Up until now, I have a habit of leaving things to the last minute. I can be quite lazy. I don't practice my skills. There are many, many things I don't do. So I end up coming out with things that I'm really proud of, but I know, gosh, if I had really put the work in, I could have done better. So I'm Jane, creator of Matilda and Josephine and the House of Matilda and Josephine, and I'm part of a collaboration courtesy of iIssue's of iIssue's Crafty Kids Club, where we are doing Valentine's themed videos. So I am doing a series of videos trying to practice and get better at all these skills that I'm lacking in. If you saw my last video, you'll know that I was struggling to cut bits of plastic out and sort of having little bits left in here and there, and also not putting the blade in. I put it in so that it sat like that rather than here, which did make it a little bit difficult to cut, but I have since figured out how to do it properly. So basically what I've done is I've scored it multiple times on both sides of the plastic so that it's much easier to work with, and then we've got the exact shape. And I've had to file off a few bits, but it's come out really, really perfect. So I just need to score this as many times as I can, and I also need to get in super close so that I can really, really focus on what I'm doing. Partly because my eyesight's terrible. And I'm going to do like 4, maybe even 5 scores on each side, and then I'll have a go at breaking it off. There we go. Just check and see how it feels before I snap it. It's kind of like picking an apple off the tree. If you can't get it off easily, maybe not an apple, but some things where if you can't pull them off easily, they're not quite ripe enough yet. It's like I can feel that it's, yep, that's good. Ooh. And that's just from scoring it both sides. It's so weird that I didn't even think of that when I was first doing it. But there we go. With this design, I'm going to do the dark green there, and then the light green on this bit, and then obviously the red there. And these are probably the only bits I'm going to do on this window design, because this is not going to be the final design. But I might get carried away and make the whole thing. So I'm going to put the dark green, which does not look anything like dark green. Whoa, that was a little bit excessive. On here, and then just leave it for a good few hours to set. And then we've got the light green for this one. So this is just glass paint that peels off. Cut out a few more of these, and all of the greens are dyed. All the greens are dried, and I've done a darker one, which is really, really dark. I mean, you can't really see it against the light there. But I thought that was too light, that was too see-through. You can just about see it colour there. So I'm going to start with just outlining one of these ones. There we go. And then I'm just going to stick it on the piece that I have now lost. I keep losing these bits because they are obviously see-through. There's one up there that I put on there. I don't know whether it's important. Like, there it is. And now I've lost it again. My gosh. Nope. There we go. Let's get it the right way. And that's something I've got to remember as well, is have I put it on the right? I think I may have done that wrong again. Nope. I'm good. I'm good. Let's just pretend, even if I have done it wrong, that it is the right one. So trimming off. I am leaving little fingerprints on these, I think. I don't know whether I need to maybe leave them to set for longer. So I've got this one done, and there we go. They look pretty good. And this isn't going to be the last design, so I'm obviously going to do it all again, and it's going to be so much better. It's going to be so much neater and more precise. I'm looking at this, and as I said before, this is just experimental. It's not going to be the final piece. Everything is going to be so much neater. But I've had a bit of an idea because I don't really like the way it's just stuck on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of the glass paint on here. Like so. And when I say a little bit, yeah, that's a lot. And instead of waiting for it to set now, I'm going to pop this in. Ooh, I'm not sure which. I think it's that side. This is something I'm going to have to really be careful with on the final design. do I have them the right way up, especially if this works. So I'm going to put it in. And then, preferably, I would have tweezers for this job, but no. It's going to make it a lot thinner, so it's not going to have the deep green that I would have liked. But for one, it's going to fit it better. Put some on there. I don't know, I think especially if I can give it a bit of a mottled look. I don't know what's in this stuff, so I'm putting it all over my fingers, and that could be a bad idea. So I'm going to see if this works. This is what I love about projects like this, is just doing random experiments and just seeing how it looks. Because what I want and what I really liked about the original bits is how they looked when they were together, because you could see the edges and it just looked nice. That sort of having that edge, even though I'm probably going to put some kind of wiring between everything, but yeah, I quite like how it looks already, so I am gonna leave it to set and then come back to it, and then the verdict will be in. I got up this morning and this is what I found, and I'm loving this technique of just dipping it into the color and then just kind of, preferably not with my finger because I don't know what's in these, but just making it that sort of lovely texture. I mean, look at that. That is so awesome. I'm really loving that, and it looks good from both sides as well. And also when you put it against other plastic, you can see that edge, which is really what I wanted, because with this one, I mean, obviously I haven't done it very well, I've got bits missing there, but it just doesn't look right, whereas that has a proper feel. So that is going to be one of the ones in this prototype window, and I'm really excited. So I'm going to do the others, and I'm going to find the other bit, or either make another one of these, because I've lost it. I've done them all again in the same technique that I did that one, and I did try using a cotton bud to kind of squish it down, but the fibers in the cotton bud pull the stuff off and make it kind of spiky, so I went back to using my finger. So I'm going to see if I can find something that will actually work, that doesn't have fibers in it and represents my finger. That's what I need. So I'm going to leave those to dry and see how they look. I've done the top pieces slightly paler, so slightly less of the colour than that one. So hopefully there will be a difference in colour. And I was holding this up against the light, and I think it looks so much nicer without a light behind it, because you can see all the little reflections of the different bit, and it looks really good on the back as well. But yeah, so I don't think I'm going to need to put too much light behind it when I actually assemble it to the house. Here it is, all dried and ready to go. I did the heart again because the original one that I did, it kind of looked spotty. It looked almost like it had a disease, and I didn't really like the colour as well, so I did like the original pink colour of these glass paints, but I need to mix them again so I've got a much redder colour like I did the other day. So I just pick it up and just show you. You can see the lovely shimmer, and you can also see how that one is the other way around because I put it on the wrong side, and I really love how it shimmers with it on the back. But I also like how you can see the little bumps and the whatever the word is, the texture, that's what I'm looking for. So my next job in my next video of trying to get better and trying to be more precise and not be lazy and all these other little habits I've got, I'm going to attempt different ways to glue this. I know that you can't really glue perspex, acrylic plastic, whatever this is, with PVA. You have to have different things. I did actually the other day put a few bits on top of a flame and melted it, and it looks really good, but there are of course downsides to it, and one of them is that I really don't want to be smelling the fumes, and also because it's got the colour straight on there rather than being able to peel it off. I probably could peel it off actually, but because of that it would probably do something to the paint as well. So I'm going to have to rethink that. But thank you so much for watching, and in my next video I will be attempting the gluing and also learning so many more things.